Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Let's Get Cozy. So today's topic is going to be the unanswered question. In a video that I did called the Single Sister Experiment Part 1 and 2, I asked a question and I did not answer it just for the sake of time. And also because I wanted to do another video of me answering this question only. So when I did the book review, it stated, ask yourself what I wished somebody would have told me before I had sex for the first time. Now, as a preteen, I took this course called True Love Waits, and we talked about if you had already had sex, sustaining from sex until you got married, and if you had not yet had sex, to remain pure before you got married. And so I went through the course, and when I went through the True Love Waits course, I was still a virgin. I want to say I was either like 12 or 13 when I went through the True Love Waits course. And so, what it is you go through a series of classes. It talks to you about sex, it talks to you about what God has to say about sex, it talks about STDs, pregnancy, and then at the very end of the course, um, you don't marry your dads, but it's like a daddy daughter ceremony. And what you do is you make a vow. You pretty much make a vow to your father, both your earthly father and your heavenly father, stating that you will not engage in sexual activity prior to marriage. And they give you a ring that says True Love Waits. And so, when I did the video, I already knew that I was going to post a separate video with me giving you all the background of why I decided not to answer that question. So I knew what sex was, of course, because I went through the course. I also knew what sex was because of conversations that I had with kids that were my age. And when I lost my virginity, I was 15 years old. And no, I am not saying you lose your virginity at the age of 15. What I'm saying is, despite everything I knew about sex, I still allowed what my friends had to say about sex to pretty much get in my ear. I'm not going to say peer pressure because I wasn't peer pressure. It was just, everybody was doing it, everybody was talking about it, and I was like, oh, I want to try it. Have your own mind. I do tell my cousins that are teenagers now not to feel obligated to have sex with anybody. I honestly want them to wait until marriage, but of course, people are going to do what they want to do. So, prior to me even having sex, I knew that sex was supposed to have been between husband and wife. I knew what the benefits of sex were biblically. I know that sex were, soul tying, abundant of the bodies, and all of that. So I couldn't answer the question because I already knew what sex was, or I already knew what people had to tell me prior to me having sex. And so, like I said, despite them telling me what they told me about what sex was and how emotional and spiritually and physically bonding all of that was, I still opted out of the promise that I made to my dad and God about sustaining from sex. But we're human, and of course we live our lives, and as long as we make the decision to do right and to no longer do wrong, then there's always room for growth. So here I am, 31. Um, I made the decision to, well, I'm not going to say I made the decision. God called me to be celibate um, until marriage. So it'll be 11 months tomorrow, which is December 31st. Then it'll be a year come January 31st. So I did buy me a purity ring. It's much of an upgrade of the one I originally had when I was like 12 or 13. It's very pretty. So I decided not to wear it now because I'm just gonna have a little ceremony between myself and God on my year of no sex mark. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I just have it sitting on my dresser in this little pretty box that it came into. So yes, that is me answering my question. What I wish somebody would have told me before I had sex for the first time. I already knew everything that I needed to know about sex. I just chose not to continue with the promise that I made. So, what about you all? What is some things, if you didn't go through a ceremony like I went through or a course like I went through, what are some things that you wish somebody would have told you prior to you having sex the first time? And as always, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also share, and let's get interactive. Until next time, bye.